Hello, hello, good evening. My name is Jay, and I am your StriveScan facilitator for this evening, and we are super excited to have you here. I have some amazing schools who have just 6 minutes to tell you all about why they might be the best school for you. Again, my name is Jay, and I am your StriveScan facilitator for the evening, and we want to welcome you to the Missouri Association for College Admission and Counseling Virtual College Fair. We're super excited to have you. And again, I have a few amazing schools with just 6 minutes to tell you all about why they're the best school for you. Now, I've got a couple more housekeeping announcements, but then I'll let those all-stars come on up. First, you can see and hear us, but we cannot see and hear you. So your audio, your video, all of that is completely off. If you do have any questions during the presentations, we would love to answer them. So please utilize the Q&A button at the bottom of your screen. The one thing we ask is that if you have a question for a specific school, please list the school in the question so they can make sure to answer it properly. Also, this is just one of many sessions happening throughout the week, so we'd love for you to register for more. And if you have to go for any reason or aren't able to make it really live, this is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Missouri. Now, I'm going to bring our first presenter up from University of Missouri, Kansas City. Come on up and take it away.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Grace, and I am presenting on behalf of the University of Missouri, Kansas City, located right downtown Kansas City. We are a mid-sized campus. We have about 16,000 students, and we have over 125 different majors. Our class sizes are small with that average class size of 26. And 83% of our faculty members do hold the highest degree in their field, so you're really going to make those close connections with all of our faculty and staff. We also have multiple ways for you to find your fit here on campus. We have over 250 plus organizations for our students to get involved in. And what's really awesome is you can actually create your own on campus. We also have 14 D1 sports here on campus, completely free with your student ID. Most of the time there's free food, free apparel. We love the word free in college. You'll figure that out once you get here. And we also have our honors program. This is a really great way for our students to find a close-knit group of students who are higher achieving, like-minded, and a really great study group. So I definitely recommend our honors program. Also, we are located right downtown Kansas City. When I ask students what their favorite thing about UMKC is, a lot of them say the location and the opportunity that the location has given them. Our streetcar was actually just approved to be extended all the way down to UMKC by 2025. So you can actually hop onto the streetcar and get all the way down to the majority of our large city for completely free. Also, Forbes magazine did name us 7th best downtown. So just a little bragging rights on Kansas City as well. Here at UMKC, we have students coming from so many different backgrounds. We want to make sure that you have the support that you need, no matter your background or where you're coming from. So for example, counseling services. Every student does get 8 free counseling services a year. We also have our At Ease Zone for student veterans. A really great program is our First Gen RUSE program for any first generation college students. And we also have over 85 different countries represented through our International Student Affairs Office. And so you're really learning from students coming from so many different places. And it's just really awesome to be surrounded by different people in the classroom. All right, a little bit about our admissions criteria. A high school student coming in as a freshman, there's going to be 3 steps to complete during our admissions process. It's going to be complete your application, send us your transcripts, and then pay that $45 application fee. Our requirements are to have those 17 core classes you see listed up in the top right-hand corner. And then we are test optional universities, so you can actually be admitted without submitting any test scores. You can see that qualifications there on the bottom. You do have to have a minimum 2.75 core GPA in the 17 classes, and you can be admitted without submitting any test scores. For transfer students, to be considered a transfer student, you will have to have 24 transferable credits and then a minimum 2.0 GPA. And you'll complete the same 3 steps as our freshman students, the application, transcripts, and the $45 application fee. Awesome. A little bit about our affordability. So if you're a Missouri or a Kansas resident, you actually both get in-state tuition. So you're going to be looking at that $10,000. Any of those blue states that you see in the left-hand corner, you're going to be getting our Heartland rate. So you're going to be looking at that $15,000. And then anyone outside of these blue states, you're going to be looking at our non-resident rate. Awesome. And this is a really helpful timeline. So August 1st is when our application opens. And so anytime after that, you'll be able to apply. And January 15th is our priority scholarship deadline for our freshmen. So that's kind of when I recommend being your goal date to submit your application by. And then for our transfer students, it's going to be February 15th. March rolls around, that's when you get your financial aid packages, any of those fun scholarships you may qualify for that we'll give you. And then May, and that's when you'll submit your confirmation form, letting us know you're so excited to be a UMKC RU. June rolls around, you're gonna come to orientation. It's my favorite time of the year personally. June 15th is gonna be the absolutely last day that you can apply for our fall semester. And then August is when classes start. I do understand that this timeline is geared towards our fall starting students. So if you're interested in starting in our spring semester, your goal date is going to be November 15th to submit your application by. Also, just note that over here in the right-hand corner, some of our programs do require an earlier application date. So just keep that in mind if you're interested in those programs. Awesome. And then a little bit about our on-campus living options. We do have 2 residential halls on our Volker campus. And so these are all suite style living, meaning you'll only be sharing a bathroom with a max of 3 other people. So your roommate and 2 suite mates. You'll also be required to have a meal plan that you can utilize at our dining center on campus. And then we also have our Hospital Hill apartments reserved for our upperclassmen. These offer 4, 2, and 1 person units, and you're only sharing a kitchenette and a living area with the other students in your unit. And so these are great living opportunities, especially located right downtown Kansas City, and really immersing yourselves into the Kansas City area. And then lastly, just a few more ways that you can connect with us beyond this visit today. We do have a live chat on our website 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. You can log in, chat with an ambassador or with one of our admissions counselors like myself. We also have our email, admissions@umkc.edu. Or Instagram. Feel free to DM us any questions you have through our Instagram platform. We also have academic info sessions. So if you're interested in diving even further into your specific degree or what you're interested in studying, you can get a presentation from them specifically. And then lastly, I think the best way to really figure out what UMKC is about is to schedule a tour of campus. Well, thank you so much for letting me present today, and enjoy the rest of your night.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Grace. Really appreciate that there. We're going to move right along to our second presentation with Research College of Nursing. Come on up, Susan.
Well, hey, everybody. Let me share my screen real quick. So yeah, we are at Research College of Nursing right here in Kansas City. We are over 115 years old and we only do nursing. We're a pretty small school. We've got a total of 500 students on our campus, and that includes our bachelor's program and our master's programs as well. And so we are in partnership and owned by HCA Midwest here in the Kansas City area. We have a 94% pass rate for the first time on the NCLEX exam to get your RN license. Our students do very, very well. They graduate in the 90th percentile. We've got a really great low student to faculty ratio. What I love about this school, I worked at 2 really large universities and I love those experiences and those were so much fun. But I was also looking to try something where you really get to know people. And so that's what I think I love the most about walking down the halls and seeing people who really know each other and get to know their faculty and know each other as students. But you can see a little bit more about just some of our things there. This is where the map is if you're not familiar with the HCA hospital locations in the Kansas City area. And this is where our students do their clinicals, and their clinical experiences are what we call dedicated education units. So our students are actually paired up one-on-one with a nurse while they do their clinicals, not in group settings where they're kind of going around in a group and observing and debriefing afterwards. But you'll do your clinicals at all of these different HCA hospitals in the Kansas City area. And if you head on over to our YouTube channel, you can see some videos from our students and the nurses they've worked with talking about that experience. We are a 2+2 program, so you can go anywhere you want for your first 2 years of college and take that list of prerequisite courses, and then you transfer over to us for your junior and your senior year. And you can see more information about that on our website. This is the list of prerequisite courses that you'll take. So it's about 60 credit hours. So it does take about 2 years to complete. You can take some of those as dual credit in high school. We'll take those credits as well. And we'll work with you to help you come up with a plan so you know exactly which courses that you're looking for at the colleges that you want to go to. We do have an early admission process for high school seniors and college freshmen. And so this is a free, no essay to write, not binding application process. It's kind of a no-brainer if you're at all interested in nursing, because you can go ahead and apply, get a seat held for you while you take those first 2 years of prerequisites and still exploring and looking at other schools and looking at other opportunities and decide if you think that's the right fit for you. So that's a great process to do when you're in high school, your senior year, or in your freshman year of college. The criteria for that is we're looking for a 3.0 GPA with a 22 ACT or a 3.2 with a 21 ACT. If you're like me, and so test taking was not necessarily my strength, and my test scores were not quite there, then you simply wait until your freshman year of college. You start taking those prerequisites, send us those scores, and then we're no longer looking at your ACT score. So you can still apply through the early admission process. And then if you still need some more time to kind of decide, you can apply through our transfer process as a sophomore in your college classes as well. And then we're looking for a 3.0 or a 2.8 with at least a B- in anatomy and physiology. And all of our applications are done through Nursing CAS at that point. And there is a fee at that point, an essay to write. But you don't have to have all the prereqs done to be able to apply. So definitely check that out. Our tuition cost is $36,000 for both years. Most of our students participate in our HCA Loan Forgiveness Scholarship Program, which pays 90% of their tuition. I know that sounds too good to be true, but trust me, that's a lot cheaper for HCA than hiring corporate recruiters to go find nurses from out of state and move them to Kansas City. So it's a good financial deal for them too. About 98% of our students do that. They work for HCA for 2 years when they graduate in Kansas City and pay off that, that student loan forgiveness program. But we also have other scholarships that range anywhere from a couple $1,000s to a full ride tuition. So we encourage students to apply for those first that don't come with any work commitment, compare their options, and see financially what's the best option for them as well. If you want to keep in touch with us and learn more about what we do have a summer program for high school students, for rising juniors and seniors in high school. And this summer it will be June 7th and 9th, or the 14th through the 16th. And it is a day camp experience. You get to tour the hospital area. You get to shadow a simulation lab, which is this picture behind me, and our labs. And you can see more information about that on our website. And then you can also just set up an advising appointment just to talk with us about what you're kind of exploring for nursing school. We can talk through the prerequisites and what you want to do. Come take a tour of our campus, meet some of our student ambassadors in that advising appointment, and get your questions answered, not just from admissions, but also from some of our current students. So we'd love to see you on campus and hear more about what you want to do.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Gabby, University of Nebraska-Lincoln, take it away.
Hey, Jay. Hopefully you can all see that we are Nebraska. Well, hello, everyone. I'm Gabby Williams with the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, and I'm the Kansas City Recruitment Specialist for all of Kansas and Western Missouri. But in fact, we have recruitment specialists all over the country, ready to assist you with whatever you need. And then, of course, we have a full team in the state of Nebraska. So tonight I'm going to cover just some general information in my 6 minutes. So after this evening, please reach out to either myself or Steve if you're in the state of Missouri. Steve covers our St. Louis area. Or if you're calling from outside of Kansas or Missouri, please go ahead and reference your recruitment specialist here. Okay, so the University of Nebraska-Lincoln is the original land-grant university in the state of Nebraska and is home to the Huskers. The University of Nebraska-Lincoln is proud to be part of the Big Ten Alliance, and at Nebraska, you're sure to get a Big Ten experience in the thriving capital city of Lincoln, Nebraska. We are one of the smallest and most affordable colleges in the Big Ten, with over 26,000 students, of which 20,000 of those are undergraduate students. This allows us to keep our average class size to 38 students and our professor to student ratio at 18:1. We have both traditional and suite style dorms and upperclassmen apartments on campus. We also have Big Ten academics with over 150 majors, And as you can see here, we have 9 academic colleges. We have the College of Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources. We have the College of Architecture, which includes certification. We have the College of Arts and Sciences, College of Business, everything from management to entrepreneurship and marketing. We have the College of Education and Human Sciences. We have the College of Engineering and now Engineering and Computer Science, College of Fine and Performing Arts. So for you theater, musical majors, we have our College of Journalism and Mass Communications. And last but not least, our College of Public Affairs and Community Service. And this area would include criminology, criminal science, if you're interested in any of those areas. We also have our pre-health and pre-law programs. Some of our popular majors this past year included our pre-health majors, both in medicine and nursing. And we've also had an increase in interest in our forensics program. So I have a theory that everyone was home watching true crime confessions, and now our forensics degree program has really taken off. Also, I did want to mention that we have our College of Law and College of Dentistry located right there on our Lincoln campus. Okay, so we are very proud to announce that we recently added an $82 million College of Business building, and we are looking forward to our brand new College of Education and Human Sciences facility with over 125,000 square feet, and that will be ready in the spring of 2023. Not to be forgotten is that beast at the bottom of the picture there. We are currently constructing a $172 million 3-building College of Engineering and Computer Science complex. It'll include worker space, labs, and classrooms for all of our engineering and computer science majors. We also have a live construction cam and a virtual tour at our Construction Central website that is listed here. So come check out the progress. It's kind of fun to see it live and in person. Okay, so on to admissions. The University of Nebraska-Lincoln is test optional for both admission and scholarships for the fall 2022 year. It does not hurt you to submit scores, even though they're not required, and academic scholarships can be based on your GPA. If you choose to submit scores, we'll go with whatever is highest, your ACT or GPA, as far as qualifying for an out-of-state scholarships. And we do offer large in-state, out-of-state scholarships that will reduce the cost to in-state tuition prices. So if there was ever a year to apply to Nebraska to pick up one of those big academic scholarships, this would be it. And don't play, because our honors program application deadline is approaching on November 15th. And the only way to access the application to our honors program is to first be admitted to the university. So keep working on those applications and get those in as soon as possible. We do accept both the Common App as well as our online application. Okay, so in addition to our travel abroad programs, volunteering opportunities, and over 500 student organizations, we are happy to have the return of our Big Ten athletics on our campus that comes with all of our freshman traditions. With our state-of-the-art saliva-based in-house testing, our students can get COVID testing at any time. And this has allowed us to continue to stay open in a safe and healthy environment for all. So come to campus. We are open for both campus tours and events. We offer weekday and weekend tours, so just hop online. We also have several YouTube videos, so you can definitely check us out there as well. So visit our website for more information on admission criteria and to schedule a campus visit. You can also follow us on Twitter, Snap, and Insta, and hopefully TikTok will be coming soon. If you have any questions, please add them to the chat. Thank you so much, and go Big Red.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. We're going to move right along to our last presentation now. St. Louis University. Go ahead and take us away, Katie.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining tonight. My name is Katie, and I am one of the senior admission counselors in the Office of Admission at SLU, and excited to tell you a little bit more about our university. So we were founded in 1818 as the first university west of the Mississippi River. So SLU is over 200 years old. We are also one of 27 Jesuit schools across the country, so we are a Catholic university, but you do not have to be Catholic to attend, and we'll talk about what it means to be a Jesuit school in just a moment. We are a mid-sized university with about 8,000 undergraduate students and about 5,000 graduate students. Our average class size is about 26 students with about a 9-to-1 student to faculty ratio. I think we kind of get to the excitement of a larger campus, but more of that intimate classroom setting. So about 99% of our faculty members have the highest degree possible in their field. We also have 2 campuses. So we have our campus in St. Louis, Missouri, which is the campus I represent. And we also have a campus in Madrid, Spain, called SLU Madrid. It is a very popular study abroad location for our students, but also a place that you can actually go for all 4 years. We are considered to be a national institution, so over 65% of our students actually do not come from Missouri, so that's kind of a fun fact for you. We are also considered to be NCAA Division I for sports, and you can go to all those athletic events for free. So you might be wondering, what does it mean to be a Jesuit school? There are only 27 Jesuit schools across the country. Jesuit education focuses on education of the whole person, so mind, body, and spirit. And we also have a really strong commitment to encouraging students to become leaders, as well as lifelong learners and critical thinkers. And our students are very much engaged in service. So we are a very mission-driven university. So our students really give back to the area around us. As far as academics go, we have about 90 programs to choose from. All of these programs are direct entry, so you can apply directly into these as senior in high school. We do have 3 programs that you cannot transfer into or change your major into. Those are going to be our Bachelor of Science in Nursing, our Doctorate in Physical Therapy, which is a 6-year program, and then our 5-year Master's in Occupational Therapy. And each of those programs do have a December 1st deadline. We have, as far as our most popular programs go, we do have a lot of students interested in pursuing some sort of healthcare. So in addition to nursing, physical therapy, and occupational therapy, we have students that might want to become an athletic trainer or maybe do something like a pre-med track. So a lot of different opportunities within healthcare. We also did build a new hospital that just opened up last year. So that's a really great resource for our students. Some other programs that are popular are going to be our different programs in our engineering school, as well as our business school. A couple popular ones in our College of Arts and Sciences would be computer science, as well as psychology, and any of those science programs. So as a mid-sized school, we do have about 170 clubs and organizations. So our students definitely find themselves to be very involved, sometimes maybe a little bit too involved. We have a lot of different ways to get plugged in, whether that be club sports, intramural sports, faith-based organizations, performance-based, multicultural. We do have Greek life on campus in a few different ways. So we have social Greek life, academic Greek life, as well as service Greek life. We do also have a big fair that takes place at the beginning of our school year that allows our students to get to know our different clubs and organizations and find out what it really looks like to be involved as a Billiken. So as far as the next steps process for any of you that are seniors, or if you are wanting to just get a good overview as a junior, we have 2 different ways that you can apply to us. You can either apply on the common application or the application on our website. Both of those are free applications. The required things that we need from you are going to be your application as well as your transcript. We are currently test optional for fall of 2022 and fall of 2023. So my juniors and seniors, you can be reviewed for any of our honors and scholars programs, admission to any of our academic programs, and also receive any sort of our scholarships without submitting test scores. Some optional other things you could submit would be things like letters of recommendation, submitting a resume, as well as we do optional admission interviews that are pretty much taking place currently virtually. And we are new to a couple of different pathways this year. So we typically were rolling admission, but we've changed to early decision, early action, as well as regular decision. Early decision is a binding decision. So if you know with all your heart and all your soul and all your might that SLU's your home, you might consider applying early decision by November 1st of senior year. Again, this is a binding decision. So if you are admitted to SLU via this path, you will have to pull your applications from your other universities that you've applied to. Our next path is what we're considering potentially will be our most popular pathway, which is early action. You do need to apply by December 1st. You can expect a decision back from us around February 1st at the latest. And this is not binding, but allows you to get that earlier decision than regular decision. Regular decision, I think, is really going to be for students that maybe want to get another semester of academics under their belt to really get that GPA boosted. So this might be someone that chooses to wait to apply to SLU until maybe their spring semester. So all of these pathways are currently open. So definitely choose whichever one is the best fit for you. And that's all I have for you tonight. Thank you so much. And I look forward to getting to know you a little bit more. Go Bills.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Katie. I'm actually going to ask all of our presenters to turn their video back on, because I've got a couple of questions for you. And I'm going to share my screen. But what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And I'll have you all answer in the same order in which you presented. So University of Missouri, go ahead and kick us off, Grace.
Of course. So my one tip for students would be to visit campus. I think you really can't know what each university is about until you step foot on there. I know a lot of our universities are offering in-person tours now, so that's really exciting. So go check out all those universities that you are interested in, and definitely ask those questions while you're on campus and really connect with those campus ambassadors as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. What about the Research College of Nursing? What do you have to say here?
Sure. I will offer a piece of just kind of organizational advice. So creating an email that's just for your college search, that is a professional sounding email, and checking that on a regular basis and checking your spam folder. A lot of us are using customer management portal systems that send emails out, and some of them have really important information about deadlines, about scholarships and things like that. And sometimes the scholarship offers are even being made through that, and sometimes they end up in your spam folder. So I just say create your own professional college search email and keep on top of that spam folder, and make sure you get all the information.
Absolutely. Great, Susan. What about University of Nebraska?
Well, I will have to say that Grace and Susan are right on the money when definitely for great advice when getting through the college process. So yes, Grace, absolutely. Get to campus. I always say all of the brochures are beautiful. We're always going to post out, talk about the best things on campus, but really you need to get on campus to get that feel and to see if you can see yourself there, as well as Susan's advice of keeping organized 100%. And with that, I'll add my own with please keep track of deadlines. The deadlines, every campus, every college has their own deadlines when it comes to honors programs and special applications, scholarships. So, create your Excel worksheet or whatever you need to do to keep on track of those deadlines.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. And Katie with St. Louis.
Well, all of my colleagues have offered really great pieces of advice. One that I would like to add would be to utilize your resources. So you're an admission counselor. So this is something I did not personally do in my own college search process. And I would, if I could have told my 18-year-old self to utilize your campus resources, then that's what I would have done. So, and some of us, we have been doing this for a while. We've gotten to know our universities. Some of us are even alumni too. And so we love to talk about our universities, and we also want to be your best advocate. And so if we can connect you to other departments on campus or give you any information that we can, we are your best buddy throughout your college search, because it can be a little bit overwhelming. So whether you would spend time emailing us, or maybe doing a virtual admission interview, or coming to a college fair, maybe visiting us at your high school, we would love to get to know you and help you figure out if we are a good fit for you.
Great. Thank you so much. My next question. What's one thing that you really want anyone watching this to remember about your school? Go ahead, Grace.
I think the biggest thing to remember about UMKC is our location. Our students really use our location to their advantage. We are located right downtown Kansas City, about a 5-minute walk from our Country Club Plaza, a 5-minute walk from the Nelson Atkins Art Museum. And just really the location is great because we have that alumni connection. Over 51% of our alumni stay in the Kansas City metro area. And so we really have that connection for you to flourish your career right downtown Kansas City.
Awesome. Thank you. Susan?
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing I think to remember about us is that You are going to get networked into a large hospital corporation by being part of the HCA Midwest family. And so that's a great way to make connections, to ask questions to the recruiters that will know you personally to help you figure out your path after graduation and what you want to do, and talk about things like grad school options and funding that they have for that for your professional development as well.
Thank you. Gabby?
I would want everyone to remember about the University of Nebraska is that we are part of the Big Ten Alliance. So you don't just get a town and a college, you get a college town. So you not only get the campus, but you get downtown Lincoln, where you can walk very safely and enjoy all what Lincoln has to offer, but then walk very safely back to your dorm. And once you're on campus, we will provide you with all the resources that you might need. There is a thing called Nebraska Nice, and we definitely get behind that. And once you get to campus, you will be well taken care of, and we still definitely have that hometown feel.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And Katie?
I would say I would want you to remember that SLU is a place that is really encouraging our students to really take what they're learning in the classroom out to make the world a better place. So that we're a very mission-driven university, and that definitely shows in our students. They have a really big heart for one another and really a big heart for our community and for the world.
Awesome. I've got one question left, and then we're going to wrap it up here. But what is one myth that you would like to debunk about the college admission process? Go ahead and take us away, Grace.
I think my biggest one would be that if you don't meet all the qualifications, I won't be admitted. At least at UMKC, we do have a holistic view of our application. So even if you don't meet those 17 core classes that I might have mentioned earlier, you can still be admitted as a student. And we're going to look at every part of your application when you're submitting that. I also think another thing to debunk is that college is not affordable. A lot of these universities on here have offered you a lot of automatic scholarships. And so that's also another great way. We really want to just support you during your time here financially and academically.
Thank you so much. Susan, do you have something to add here?
Yeah, I think it kind of goes back to some of Katie's advice about utilizing your college admissions counselors. We are looking for a way to say yes to you. We are not looking for a way to say no. And so, you getting to know us and letting us get to know you and what your goals are and what your questions are and some of what your struggles are, that just helps us help you even more. So just remember, we are definitely looking to be your cheerleaders and your champions and saying yes to you.
Perfect. Thank you. Gabby, what about you?
Yes, I agree. And along those lines, I think, especially with the large institutions, people think that, students think they're just a number and, they're just going through the motions when we care about every single applicant and we are here to help you. So, we'll know your name. We'll answer those emails. Every email you send, it comes personally to me or Steve if you're out in St. Louis, and we will answer those emails. So I don't like when students say, hey, Gabby, I'm sorry to bother you. And it's like, you are no bother. That's what I'm here for. Please utilize me and, never hesitate to reach out.
Awesome. And Katie, anything to add to this?
It's kind of hard to find another one. These suggestions have been really awesome. I guess I think this goes along with the question, but I think that a lot of students are really stuck on that they have to go to an Ivy League school or that they have to find a school that is perfect in every ranking and has all of these extremely wonderful and notable alumni. And all of those are really good things. But I think finding a school that allows you to do what you want to do in college. So whether that would be to do undergraduate research or study abroad or to do an internship with a professional sports team, I'm not sure. Whatever you are really wanting to do as a college student, that you find a place that's going to be that fit for you. Because I tell my students, I just spoke to freshmen yesterday and I said, you can go to Harvard and just sit in your room and eat Cheetos. And what do you have to say about your experience and your degree? So, finding a place that you can really thrive and that is a good fit for you, I think is my biggest piece of advice. Not that you feel like you have to go to all of the top schools across the country.
Great. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. Well, we are coming to an end for our session here. So I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who is out there live and watching, anyone who is watching the recording, and a special thank you to our amazing panelists for bringing your genius and all your expertise here. We are grateful for that. When you close out of this meeting here, there will be a quick 5-question survey that we at StriveScan would love for you to fill out. Also, the rest of this week, we do have more sessions that are part of this fair, so you can learn about more great schools. And in about 1 week, you'll have a recording of this available at strivescan.com/Missouri. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and you all have a wonderful night. Bye now.